Hi everybody, my name is Lance, and if you're watching this, it's because you've run out of other things to watch online. No, we're all kind of stuck in our houses these days and looking for something to do. All the late night hosts are recording their shows from their houses, and so I realized that their production quality is now exactly the same as my capability for production quality. And so why not do a little show of my own for you guys to watch? So enjoy or not, either way. You can turn it off. It's up to you. So let's go. Here's my monologue. In case you were wondering, this coronavirus pandemic hit just as I was getting ready to go for my annual haircut. And so that's why my hair is so crazy right now. So the rumor now is that the government is planning to send out checks to help with the coronavirus. I think that's a fantastic idea, but they do need to answer one question before I'm totally on board. And that is, are those checks 2-ply, quilted, and Charmin fresh? Because if not, they're not going to be very useful. So you probably noticed that restaurants have closed their dining rooms, but I'm not really clear on exactly where the rules are for that. So I can go into McDonald's and I can order food, but I can't sit down and eat it. But what if I take a sip of my Coke while I'm waiting for my order to come out? What if I sit down on a chair to wait for my order? What if I eat a fry as I'm walking out the door? Are all those things okay just by themselves? I just can't do them all at the same time? I also wonder how they're enforcing these things. I'm almost tempted to sit down at a table and start unwrapping my Big Mac just to see what would happen. My assumption is that a SWAT team would burst through the door and haul me away screaming, which incidentally would be only slightly worse than my average visit to McDonald's on a normal day. Since I have a captive audience, and since I'm recording this monologue by choice and I can do whatever I want, I thought I would let you guys know about some of my pet peeves. So I know you'll enjoy that very much. One of my pet peeves is the 1 to 10 scale. It's not that I have a beef with the numbers 1 through 10. Those are actually probably the numbers I use most often. But what I don't like is the boring, non-descriptive words that people attach to those numbers in surveys and questionnaires. For example, someone might say, how clean is your house on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is very clean and 1 is not clean at all? See, that's not enough to get my brain really working. It would be much better if they would say something like, how clean is your house on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is Martha Stewart's kitchen counter, and 1 is a Walmart bathroom at 1 in the morning. See, now I know what you're getting at. Or here's another example. How safe is your neighborhood on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is a police station lobby, and 1 is a Walmart bathroom at 1 in the morning? Now, I don't have anything against Walmart. Walmart is very useful. I go to Walmart every time I have to pick up a loaf of bread, a toilet brush, and a gold watch in the same trip. In fact, the last time I was at Walmart, somebody stopped me and tried to sell me a cable package. Apparently, the only thing you can't buy at Walmart is toilet paper. Walmart is just one of those words that sounds funny. And if you know my sense of humor already, you know that I put a lot of thought into what words are funny and what makes them funny. So words like weasel, gorilla, and waffle are funny. Words like convention, root canal, and house are not funny. But you can combine those non-funny words with funny words to create new funny phrases such as weasel convention, gorilla root canal, and waffle house. On the other hand, there are some word combinations that you never want to see together. They're not funny, they're just horrible. A few examples of those would be sushi and prison, bowels and volcanic, and then mishap and falconry. Those combinations are just never, ever good. All right, that's all for the monologue. I hope you liked it, but I have no way of knowing. I'm going to assume that you're laughing so hard you can't breathe. So here's a few seconds of a photograph of an apple to help you calm down before we get to the next segment. Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed that. So something else here that I have that I thought you might enjoy. This is totally random, but hey, I'm doing the best I can, just throwing stuff out here. So I think you'll enjoy this. I was sitting there one day and I wondered, as probably most of you have, what would Neil Armstrong's speech during his moon landing sound like if it had sitcom canned laughter with it? And so here's the answer to that question.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So there you have it. You always wondered what that would sound like, and now you know. Well, we have a very special treat for you today. Our guest on today's program to talk with us about all that's happening today is Buddy the Elf. So we're going to get him on the phone here real quick.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
Red, thank you. Interesting question to ask, but it's really nice to talk to you today, Buddy. We really appreciate your making time for us.
Hey! What's your name?
Lance?
My name's Buddy.
Yeah, I know. We called you, so okay, thank you for that. Well, you're really cheerful, Buddy. You're really known for being cheerful all the time. So tell us, how are you staying positive during these tough times?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Oh, that's good. That's very helpful. We'll all try to do that more. So I understand you live in New York now. You've lived there for a while, but you originally lived, is it the North Pole? Is that right?
Exactly where I came from. Santa must have called you.
No, pretty much everybody knows that's where you're from. There's a movie about it and stuff. So we understand that New York just received orders that all people are to stay at home as much as possible. And people are really having a hard time with that self-quarantine thing, don't you think?
That's shocking.
Yeah, it is. It is shocking. And they're saying these restrictions, some of them could last like 18 months. It's really depressing if you think about it too much.
Does someone need a hug?
No, I'm fine. And we're on the phone. You can't really give me a hug. But anyway, so buddy, is there anything that you're having a hard time with? Does anything get you down? You're just always so enthusiastic.
I'm the worst toy maker in the world. I'm a cotton-headed ninny-muggins.
Oh, come on. You're not a cotton-headed ninny-muggins. Don't beat yourself up. You have lots of fans. We all like you a lot. So when we were talking earlier before the show, you mentioned you had a chance to visit the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta, and you actually got to tour the facility. So I know we'd all love to know, what was the first thing you said when you met those great folks and you saw the important work that they're doing?
Hey! Have you seen these toilets? They're ginormous!
Wow, that's surprising. That's not what I expected. Well, buddy, we are out of time, but thank you again for chatting with us. We really appreciate it, and stay healthy.
I'd like to whisper too.
Okay, I'm not sure how that's relevant, but it's nice to know. All right, buddy, thank you so much for joining us today. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Buddy and all the other content here. We'll see if we'll do this again if I have time. I'm pretty swamped with work. Just kidding, nothing's going on. So I'll try to have another video for you if you enjoyed it. Thanks, talk to you next time. Bye.